Welcome to Biblical Wisdom for Today. Today, we'll explore a question that every believer faces. What does it truly mean to live by faith? In Habakkuk 2 verse 4, we're reminded that the righteous will live by faith. But how can we put this principle into practice, especially when life presents us with so many challenges and uncertainties? Here's what we'll cover in this video. The meaning of the righteous will live by faith. Building a faith that overcomes life's struggles. Patience in God's promises, trusting His timing. Facing uncertainty with confidence in God's plan. Learning from faithful examples in Scripture. Strengthening your faith for life's daily challenges. Stay with us until the end, where we'll share practical ways to cultivate a faith that not only withstands adversity but grows stronger because of it. Let's dive in.
Habakkuk 2 verse 4 provides a profound message. The righteous will live by faith. This verse is about more than just belief. It's a call to live each day trusting in God's promises, regardless of circumstances. This faith allows us to move forward, knowing God's plan is steadfast. The Apostle Paul emphasized this message multiple times in his letters. He referenced this principle in Romans, Galatians, and Hebrews, highlighting its importance in the Christian life. Paul wanted us to remember that faith isn't just belief. It's a lifestyle of trust. Living by faith means trusting God even when we can't see the end. We don't need all the answers, only the assurance that God is guiding us. This assurance becomes our anchor in both calm and turbulent times. Our faith grows stronger as we rely on God daily. Each day presents opportunities to lean into God's promises and experience His faithfulness firsthand, which builds a steady, resilient faith. Faith isn't blind optimism. It's a conviction based on God's promises. Hebrews 11 verse 1 tells us that faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This assurance allows us to move forward with courage. True faith impacts every area of our lives. When we live by faith, it shows in our decisions, interactions, and perspectives. Faith becomes the lens through which we view the world, strengthening our hearts and bringing peace. What does living by faith mean to you? Consider how this perspective can reshape how you approach today's challenges. Faith shines brightest in challenging times. It's easy to have faith when things are going well, but true faith is tested when we face difficulties. In moments of struggle, our reliance on God deepens and we gain strength. Challenges are opportunities for growth. Each struggle we encounter allows us to build a stronger, more resilient faith. By trusting God in adversity, we become more equipped to handle future challenges with grace. James 1 verses 3 to 4 reminds us, the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Trials refine our character and deepen our dependence on God, strengthening our resolve and shaping us into people of steadfast faith. Faith allows us to find peace amidst uncertainty. When we trust God, we're able to navigate life's struggles without being overwhelmed, knowing that He's working through each situation. Each struggle becomes a testimony of God's faithfulness. When we look back, we see how God has carried us through hardships, and these experiences strengthen our faith. Resilience in faith influences those around us. When others witness our faith in difficult times, they're encouraged to trust God in their own lives. Our resilience becomes a source of inspiration for others. How has your faith helped you overcome struggles? Reflect on moments when faith carried you through difficulties. Patience is key in a life of faith. Trusting God's timing means waiting for His promises to unfold, even when we don't understand the delay. This patience is a powerful demonstration of our faith in His wisdom. Habakkuk's message encourages patience and trust. God's promises may not be fulfilled on our timeline, but they are always fulfilled at the right time. Our job is to wait faithfully, trusting in His divine timing. Waiting strengthens our reliance on God. In seasons of waiting, we learn to trust His judgment, accepting that He knows what's best even when we don't see the full picture. Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us that those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. This verse encourages us to embrace patience, trusting that God will strengthen us as we wait. Patience refines our faith. Waiting isn't easy, but it deepens our trust in God's wisdom. As we wait, our faith matures, helping us to rely on God's promises instead of our own understanding. Faith in God's timing gives us peace in the present. When we trust that He's working, we can live fully in the moment without anxiety about the future, knowing that He's already planned each step. What does patience in God's promises mean to you? Reflect on how waiting with trust can strengthen your faith and bring peace. Life's uncertainties are opportunities to deepen our trust. When we face unknowns, we can choose faith over fear, knowing that God has already planned our path. Uncertainty teaches us to let go of control. By surrendering our need to know every detail, we make room for faith to flourish, trusting that God will guide each step. Proverbs 3 verse 5 encourages us to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This verse calls us to trust beyond our own perspective, knowing that God's wisdom surpasses ours. Our confidence in God brings peace amid life's unknowns. By focusing on God's sovereignty, we find stability, even when we don't know what the future holds. Each challenge becomes a lesson in reliance on God. Facing uncertainty with faith refines our spiritual journey, reminding us that our strength lies in Him alone. What uncertainty are you trusting God with today? Consider how confidence in God's plan can bring you peace amid life's challenges. The Bible is filled with examples of faithful individuals who trusted God. From Abraham to Esther, these stories show us how faith looks in action and how we, too, can rely on God. Abraham's faith led him to obey God, even without knowing where he was going. Hebrews 11 verse 8 reminds us that he obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going, illustrating complete trust in God's plan. Esther displayed remarkable courage, risking her life to save her people. Her faith in God gave her the strength to act when it mattered most, showing that faith often requires courage. Daniel's faith allowed him to face a lion's den without fear. His story reminds us that faith in God's protection enables us to face danger and adversity with peace. Learning from these examples strengthens our own faith. By seeing how God guided others, we're encouraged to believe that He's guiding us too. How can these examples inspire your faith journey? Reflect on the lessons each story offers. Everyday faith shapes how we respond to both big and small obstacles. Trusting God in the routine moments of life enables us to handle sudden challenges with calm and confidence, knowing that He is constantly with us. Daily dependence on God gives us strength for the unexpected. By seeking His guidance in the small things, we're better prepared to trust Him when larger trials come our way. This consistent faith practice builds resilience. Psalm 46 verse 1 tells us, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This powerful reminder calls us to rely on Him not just in times of crisis, but as our constant source of strength. Daily challenges give us chances to practice patience, kindness, and faithfulness. These virtues, when practiced regularly, deepen our character and strengthen our faith, making us more Christ-like. Facing daily challenges with faith inspires those around us. Our calm, grounded responses to life's demands demonstrate the strength that comes from relying on God, impacting others in positive ways. Reflecting on God's faithfulness each day reminds us of His consistent provision. At the end of each day, taking a moment to recognize where we saw God at work can fill us with gratitude and deepen our trust. How can daily faith shape your responses to challenges? Reflect on ways to strengthen your trust in God throughout each moment. In today's video, we've journeyed through the essential role of faith in our lives, how it empowers us in trials, shapes our patience, and strengthens us for daily challenges. Living by faith isn't a one-time choice, but a daily commitment to trusting God, regardless of circumstances. So, what steps will you take this week to build a resilient, daily faith? Share your thoughts in the comments below to inspire others. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to Biblical Wisdom for Today for more insights on how to live a faith-centered life.